started now that the Chiefs have won. And I'm joined with two ladies, Lisa and Amy. These ladies have been the life of the party since we got here. They have been dancing around. How you all feeling? Yeah! The energy is very high here for Democrat Byron Robertson, who is running for county sheriff, and for Democrat Vanessa Reevely, who is running for county prosecutor. So we got 2-for-1 special here tonight. Data shows that Halloween spending is down this year, but people I spoke to say that's not the case. We know not everybody can make it to New Orleans for the Super Bowl, but it doesn't mean you can't feel like it. We're bringing you inside one restaurant where you can have a taste of NOLA right here at home. With it being this close to the holidays, we know all the stores are packed with last-minute shoppers, but here at the Salvation Army, we have it packed for our Season of Hope toy drive, with families picking out the perfect gifts for their loved ones. Fans got a chance to come out to the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum to meet two Kansas City legends as a part of the Kansas City Royals Foundation's Free February campaign. New data from the FBI showed that while violent crime is down, auto theft is on the rise, hitting a 16-year high. Planned Parenthood said that appointments for birth control implants increased by 350% the day after elections, and vasectomy appointments increased by 1,200%. April says she was here, sleep inside her home that morning when she woke up to the sound of screams and the sight of flames. Oh yeah, as you can imagine, and today has just been a very, very emotional day. It's never easy to look into the eyes of someone who has lost something, especially in such a horrific way as this. We've visited this neighborhood, the Highland Garlands, last month following the first winter storm, when it took nearly a week for crews to make it to this part of town. And as you can probably see behind me, they still haven't made it to this block here. Several flights to DC's Reagan Airport were canceled this morning due to last night's incident. Egg prices are up about 50% over the past year. The most recent numbers from mid-January show a dozen eggs cost more than $5, leaving some businesses scrambling to find ways to deal with the cost. So yeah, we'll be sticking around. Oh, something just happened. We're cheering, we're excited. So we'll be sticking around to watch us bring home that W tonight. For now, we're live in Overland Park. Lanita Brooks, KSHB 41.
I called her, went straight to voicemail. I called him, it went straight to voicemail. And then I called her again and it rang. And it rang, and no one ever answered.
That would be the last time she called her daughter. Jennifer Zielinski describes the moment she realized her life was forever changed. Her daughter Caitlin, Caitlin's 2 children, and husband died in the Indy Ridge apartment fire Wednesday.
She was a confident woman.
Very loud, very boisterous, amazing.
Could just light up a whole room.
That's how Caitlin's family describes her. Her mom, sister, and aunt are now left in shambles as they reminisce, looking at pictures of their family's 4 bright lights.
I look here and you can, in all 3 of the girls and Devontae, you can see the light. And I mean, just, it changes a whole room when they walk in.
Thursday, they got tattoos in remembrance of their loved ones. The art as permanent as the pain.
I have the date of yesterday, and she has the initials for all of them.
As so many others impacted by the fire are now left to pick up the pieces of their lives, they're left to pick up the pieces of their heart.
It's unimaginable. I mean, I don't know. I don't have her to reach out to anymore, or to call.
To be perfectly honest, I'm not looking forward to learning what life is for this.
The family is really leaning on each other right now. They actually just celebrated Caitlin's 28th birthday and can't believe that they are now planning a funeral after her and her family's death, all within the same month. Our hearts and prayers definitely go out to the family. In Independence, Lanita Brooks, KSHB 41 News. As the temperature drops, the need for shelters increases.
I was homeless. I slept in a truck. I was stinking. I was lost because I didn't have my kids.
Robert Singleton knows firsthand what it's like to be homeless. After falling on hard times, he lost his kids and hope.
I'm 41 years old. Never been to a penitentiary, never been to a jail, don't got a felon, got all my rights. I'm not a bad person. I just made some bad choices. But I learned from my bad choices, and I'm trying to better myself in my life.
That brought him to Neighbor to Neighbor, a place that provides food, clothes, and resources to those experiencing homelessness.
We find out why a person is homeless, and we help them in that way.
And his experience,
9 out of 10 are homeless because of substance use and or mental illness.
That's true for Nakia Jefferson, a mom of 3 working to get back on her feet.
I thought it never, fentanyl would never hit PCP. I had a seizure off of it.
A report by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development found that Kansas City has the highest percentage of people experiencing chronic homelessness living unsheltered in the U.S. That means of those who are homeless, majority are living outside without shelter. Kansas City Houseless Prevention Coordinator Josh Hinges says they are actively working with city leaders to address the problem.
This winter, we're going to have up to 400 beds depending on the temperature, and our goal is to have 100 beds throughout the year while Hope Faith is constructing their low barrier shelter. And the goal is we're not going to be the city that has the lowest performing homeless serving system.
Nakia is hoping that efforts like these will help her get back on track.
I do everything for my children, and I have to show them, I have to be there for them because they look up to me.
In Kansas City, Lanita Brooks, KSHB 41 News. On cold winter nights, this Extreme Street Outreach group is out with those with nowhere to go.
Providing nothing but warmth, hope, and love to individuals who have missed that.
Like Clinton Walker.
And this is where I ran into him and them and all of them. And the next morning, he gave me a ride the rest of the way to Hope and Faith.
Just 2 weeks ago, he was living in one of these encampments.
The grace of God. I was out here on the first couple of nights. We had a huge snowstorm. For the first time in my life, I found I had nowhere, nothing, no one to be at, no car. For the very first time in my life, I was at absolute zero.
Yes, I got some. Thank you.
Since meeting them, he's been on 100, finding housing and a job. Meanwhile, the group has been out for 16 nights straight, providing winter essentials and hot meals.
We're out here until like 1 o'clock in the morning, making sure people stay connected, stay warm, doing wellness checks. Those wellness checks keep people alive.
Sadly, I've seen a lot of frostbite, a lot of injuries, a lot of health issues. Thank you guys so much.
The group travels to several encampments across the city, hitting as many as they can until food runs out, something they call their life duty.
I give my life to these people because they are my friends. I know them because of the fact I grew up with some of them. I was in prison with some of them.
As for Clinton, he now helps give back to the people he once called his neighbors as he counts his blessings.
I haven't had one wet sock since.
Thank you so much.
Sounds good. May God bless you.
In Kansas City, Lanita Brooks, KSHB 41 News.
These ladies that you see behind me come from all different walks of life, but they're all here for one shared experience.
Becoming a new mom can be the most beautiful time in a woman's life.
I love it.
It can also be the most stressful.
It's been tiresome, but it's an honor.
And today, these ladies are being honored.
We have strollers, we have bouncers, play mats, we have boppy pins. We were able to give nursing bras today.
Gifts, games, and food fill the room, the usual items you would see at a baby shower. But this shower isn't just for one expecting mother.
Today we're going to be helping 28 families.
The meatballs, the food, for sure, the games, the whole little vibe, you know, just seeing all the mothers and the pregnant mothers, the new
elderly mothers.
Front Porch Alliance hosted a community baby shower at the Linwood YMCA, where 28 mothers received essential pre- and postpartum items to help take some of the stress off their shoulders.
Some of the stress comes from not being able to have these things, not being able to have the stroller to get your baby back and forth, not being able to have the nursing pad to nurse your baby in the correct way, not even having the education, and we are able to provide that education today.
Those are some of the big, I guess you can say, big costly items that families sometimes find themselves in a predicament to try to acquire on their own.
From 6 months pregnant to 6 months postpartum, these ladies were showered with love and resources.
There's so many times where they may have a baby shower and they're not given certain things that they really need, or they don't have a baby shower at all. So I truly think that this is a wonderful thing that we're able to do.
Nice to know it's other, mothers out there that, need the support too. So
An experience they'll never forget. In Kansas City, Lanita Brooks, KSHB 41 News.
How you doing? Come on, brother. Don't be acting shy now. There you go, baby. Yes, sir.
Last Thanksgiving, we introduced you to this larger-than-life personality.
They know what time it is.
Fred Dantzler, barber and owner of Officially Chopped in Shawnee. He opened his shop in October of 2019, but his vision was always there.
I kept telling all my people that I work with, I'm like, man, one day I'm going to get up out of here and I'm going to make a change. And I tell you what, it all paid off.
And now he pays it forward through Feed KC. For the past 6 years, as long as Officially Chopped has been open, every year he hands out Thanksgiving meals. Not just turkeys, meals.
Dressing, mashed potatoes, gravy, corn, green beans, cornbread, milk, eggs, butter, the foil pan, the turkey injectors. Oh, the list goes on, baby.
Everything you need to make Thanksgiving dinner. It's an effort between Fred, his barbers, and his stylists all through the barbershop. And so all last week, your money was no good here. If you wanted a haircut, you had to pay with a turkey.
We ain't talking no corn and tins, we talking them big birds, you know what I'm saying? Them butter balls. But
Sunday, with the help of 27 volunteers, they handed out enough food to feed 160 families, a big jump from 15 families in 2019. Beyond the families he feeds, he hopes this inspires more people to come together and show love.
And we ain't sitting over here fighting because, like I said, we already got enough stuff in this world that's trying to divide us. But now we got to cut that out. Hey, everybody come together. At the end of the day, it's always love, you know what I mean?
What the season is all about. In Kansas City, Lanita Brooks, KSHB 41 News.